The Taliban takeover of Afghanistan is not just being felt by Afghans living there, but also those living here in America. The San Francisco Bay Area is home to one of the largest Afghan American communities on the West Coast, and many there are apprehensive about what comes next. NBC News correspondent Jake Ward joins us now from Fremont, California. And Jake, I know you've been speaking with Afghan Americans living there. How are they feeling right now after watching all of this unfold, much of it on live TV over the last few days?
That's right. Good morning, Joe. You know, the stretch you see behind me here in Fremont, California is home to tens of thousands of Afghans from across the history of that country. In fact, we have roughly 4 generations of Afghans here who've experienced 50 years of conflict. And for all of them, the events of the last few days have been bringing up their own respective nightmares. We spoke to one former interpreter for coalition forces, and he absolutely shook as he described what he's been watching.
So I spent all my childhood there, you know. I came here when I was 29. So as of right now, you know, the only bad feeling I get, because I got like family members over there, and I feel bad for those people that they're living there as well. They're all humans, man. It's really sad, you know, that after 20 years that we spent time to establish a beautiful government and a country, and this is what happened.
In the end, Joe, person after person told us we worked with the Americans to try to build this new country, and now to see it fall so rapidly is crushing.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen plenty of criticism over how the U.S. government has handled the situation and the withdrawal of troops. Do you get the sense that folks there, Afghan Americans, share that criticism?
I think that's absolutely right. The feeling that for years a system of warlords was essentially propped up by American political power there. We spoke with AISHA WAHAB, who is the very first Afghan woman in the United States elected to any major office. She's a council member here in Hayward. She had this to say about the situation on the ground.
I think that the biggest concern is that it's going to be a dark hole again. Will the Taliban cut Afghanistan off from the rest of the world? And what will happen to those young people? The efforts of the United States are not for nothing, right? I think a lot of people see the impact on women, children, and ethnic minorities. But the one thing that the United States failed in setting up this government was the fact that there was a lack of justice.
There's just this sentiment again and again, Joe, that it is, of course, terrible news for everyone, but that women and children are of greatest concern, especially to people who've seen how life can be here in the United States, like AISHA WAHAB. Joe?
I mean, Jake, the people you've spoken with, do they hold out any hope at all for the future of their country?
You know, it is so complicated to speak with people here who, again, have survived so many things. You know, life under the Mujahideen, life under the Soviets, life with the Americans, and then life with the Taliban. Just to literally hear people say, my nightmares have been, have come back again. As we watch people in their daily lives here in the new life they've made in Fremont. You know, a couple of the hard and fast things that people really speak about when they think about their hopes is hoping that, for one thing, the internet remains an option in Afghanistan, that has made an absolutely life-changing difference to people in that country, and also that there can continue to be a robust pathway for money between people here who still and their families still in Afghanistan, that will not be disrupted between the two countries. So if those two things can be preserved, that's the best that people here seem to hope for, Joe.
All right, Jake, important perspective. Thanks for your reporting. Appreciate it.